Welcome back, Dio. We are back. This is going to be day 48 of Blueprints. Last time, we got the parlor puzzles taken care of, and we did the schoolhouse online classrooms, but apparently acing the schoolhouse exam means not A minus, it means perfect score, which I didn't realize, but we went to the library afterward and found out we got an A minus. So I have some thoughts about that. Basically, the I don't know where I'm going with there. Basically, I'm going through and editing old recordings that I just hadn't posted. So, is that the trophy? Hold on. Maybe I did get it and it was just a day late. You just have to get an A even if it's an A minus. Okay, good. I thought so. When you, I haven't even edited it yet, but when you see last episode, I was like, what do you mean I got an A minus and it's not acing it? I got an A. That's what acing is. Apparently, you have to wait for the next day, so that's new. But yeah, so that's good. I thought for sure I did not get that, but does it go through everything or does it just that's what we saw in the library, so yeah, we can see that. But okay, that's good. Because I thought for sure when we saw that we got the A minus in the library and didn't get a trophy, I was like, you've got to be kidding me. I've got to get 100% on everything. That's ridiculous. But yeah, no, this is good. I guess I should have just gone to the next day. But yeah, so let me mark that off my checklist because I thought I had to do a full. I even marked on there perfect. Nope, we don't have to. Just have to get an A. So that leaves billiard puzzles. We did get the furnace and freezer combo, but they were not in the same rank. They were there's basically a rank in between them, so technically they were two ranks apart. Some things did thaw, but not the freezer, like the freezer within the freezer. So we want to get them closer. Like I said, billiard puzzles, we've got like 10, 15 more of those. But we got the parlor puzzles last time. We got all the floor plans drafted last time, and so that was its own trophy. So really from here on, it's kind of niche stuff. It is the main quest, which is getting all the signet keys or whatever you call it for the last one or two rooms in the underground. Also, time is kind of being passed by. Also, is that I don't have that stamp. I don't think that's a blimp. So anyway, I'll need a magnifying glass for that. But I did look at some stamps. Oh, look at all of those trophies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have enough trophies that I get something out of it, but I don't know. I bought Darebird. I don't know how to do Dare mode. Um, I know nothing about Cursed mode. But yeah, so basically our goal is getting the last keys, which is in the vault and in the last room of 8, which we're thinking is the underground last room on the far right. It's nuanced, it's green, but that's about all we know, so we need some more information. At least rule out some more. Well, we can't even rule out stuff because last time we found out there were serious duplications. So they will be. It's not like, oh, there's 7, so there'll be one duplicate. No, we've got 2 duplicates in a list of 7. So it's like, okay, these things can just be anything. So we need more information on nuance. But as you could see, I will go ahead and pick something so that you can see. On the bottom, we did get Arch Ares and Kararika. Basically, we had it down to like 2 variables, and those didn't even work, and so we looked for a duplicate in, I think, the weather, and managed to get, no, Arch Ares, the duplicate was the trains. That's what it was. We already had Orinda Ares and Araja were trains. But technically, the book had said everything from Araja to Arch Ares had a train track. So after the 2 variable situation did not work for Arch Ares, we're like, okay, what if it is another duplicate? And so it's like, well, what about trains? We eventually got to trains, and it's like that worked. And as I expected I would be, I was upset. How can you not be when it's like, okay, you have a list of things, sometimes they're 8 and sometimes they're 7 items long, and you've got 8 things to fill. It's like, okay, there will be some duplicates when it's a list of 7, and 8, a list of 8 will all be, unique. And it's like, oh no, we can have lots of duplicates. So needless to say, yes, I was a little miffed about that, but it was enlightening, and it made sense. We did know about that lore. We are still continuing to undo boxes in the tunnel, so we'll see what that does. Like I said, we're getting the last keys. One of them is in the vault we know about. Let me do this real quick. 12 goes to 21, minus 20 is 1. 9 times 9 is 81, becomes 18. 20 plus 1 is 21, plus 4 is 25, becomes 52, minus 2 is 50, divided by 10 is 5. Where is 5? 5 is up here. Okay, so yeah, we have the puzzles downstairs, but we also have the last 2 keys, one of which we think is in the nuance thing once we get that taken care of. The other of which is in the vault, so we need to be collecting vault keys. Having said that, first of all, that requires item runs. Second of all, because that's the only way you get it from items. Sure, gym, buy stuff. Is today everything on sale? Do we have a sale? Oh, today's 2021. Yeah, we're long past that. We want that. We're going to look at the blimp. Sleeping mask. Running shoes. We've also got crazy allowance because of the number of times we did like room 8 a few extra times, and so we got extra allowance coins from that. We're getting allowance coins from every Morajai thing, and even though we got the Kararka Morajai puzzle in the tunnel when we hit the back of the house, we also got it when we saw the Kararka thing underground. So that was interesting. So we've gotten a lot of allowance now. I meant to double back there. Oh well. But yeah, continuing to get letters in the mailroom, continuing to get boxes taken out of the tunnel, and just seeing how far those go, because those are both laboratory experiments. And then solving the main puzzle of the downstairs and that kind of stuff. Those are the things we're working on now, and henceforward. Oh, we've also gotten this quest bedroom a few times and gotten to the antechamber, so that's raised our allowance. Key card's a good thing to have. These are the things we are working on, so hopefully we can make some good progress. What do I want here? Garage is nice, honestly. I really want lab. Give me rooms so I can have lab. Also, if anyone knows how to get dare mode, that would be great. Is that like a setting I have to enable before launching? Not launching the game, per se, but like before starting or continuing or whatever you want to call it. I'm gonna go History of Erendia, because I suspect that will have something to do with things. Also, we are going to come up here and look at our stats. All good things. Parlor solved 40, so we've only got 10 more dartboards after today. The one we did today should already be reflected in that. So 10 more dartboards, which should be pretty easy, honestly. We checked the silver spoon, which may still be there. Also, I think I saved stuff because I had the moon pendant. So yeah, I've still got the self-igniting torch. And the shovel, okay. Lost the pendant itself. We already drafted everything there. That was a while back, but we did that. Yeah, we've got 5 of these because we've solved 5 of them. So I'm going to zoom in on the blimp because blimp is probably going to be air travel and technology, which might be awesome. You'd love to see it. But air travel might be nuance. Hard to say. And then once we have all of those downstairs solved, then we can solve the puzzle in room 46. Do you have something? No, okay. I'm guessing one of these is for dare mode, one for curse mode, maybe? I don't know, though. I'll do that, and I'll go back. Because I wanted to double back anyway. And using the other... I'm drafted pretty far now, so using the other doors from main entrance is appropriate. I wanted to double back for reasons. Show me Blimpy. Nuance. Yes, it is nuance. It is green. It is blimp, so technology and air travel. And it's probably windy because it's air travel. So if we get to the foundation, we can try that. Or if we run out of time and still have lots of other stuff, steps and whatnot, we can do that. Not run out of time, like draft every room is what I mean. Parlor, just for the heck of it, because we want gems. Give me that. Only one box next to this box is false and it contains gems. There is only one. Only one box next to this is false and it contains gems. Only one box next to this is false and contains gems. Well, if this is false and contains gems, then both of these can be true. We have true, true, and false. Which seems fine to me. Yeah. As long as you have a valid solution. But you have to be careful it's not, like, too valid, you know? You can get caught up in your own interpretation of things and be wrong, but you look broken leather. I don't have a battery pack, but otherwise I have stuff. Oh, let's hallway. We have the sledgehammer, and it takes us all three ways. By three, I mean including where I came from. Not bad. Ooh, I guess I'll use kitchen, not the three items. That's probably the best one. We have a key card, so we can actually get ourselves locked in and double back through foundation. The casino, baby! Now we just want a corridor and go to the corner. What are the odds I get a conservatory and can raise the odds of freezer? Coach gives me silver spoon. I really want, see, of the things I really want, I want a treasury and I want a showroom. Don't be like that. I want a treasury and I want a showroom so I can buy out the showroom because I think that's another, that should be another, water. Trophy is what I'm trying to say. That should be another trophy. Ballroom, pantry. Why are you all in the wrong direction? Storeroom it is. I will go outside and go out up to the, go to Nuance and just try the air travel thing now that I have the blimp sticker. And I don't know that it's always been that stamp, to be entirely fair. I don't know if that stamp is a new Halo item. I don't know if that stamp changes because I don't remember that being, like, I didn't look at this and say, hey, green. It's just suddenly green today. And when I go back and edit, I will want to see if that used to be green because I don't feel like it did. Also, I did not get an outer room. But it's not going to be school now, that's for sure. What outer room do I need at this point? I don't think any outer room is particularly useful now. Just an item for like a trading post or something like that. I don't know that that's useful, really. Tomb for the money. Might as well go ahead and get what I got because I've gotten a few. Also, so 5 is always in the tomb. I drafted coat check, which is 1. Closet is 2. Storeroom is 3. So there should be 20 down there, but because commissary has one of its doors boarded up, I might have 4, so that'd be 25. That will tell me if a boarded up room, where it only has its entrance, counts as a deaded room. I only got 5. Good to know. I guess I have to draft tomb first in order to count. Otherwise, I can't count. But I am going to dig. We're gonna dig, and it's gonna be good. Just not that time. I'm gonna start in the corner and go forward and then left and around, so. Excuse me, sir, can I exhume you? There is a stamp on here from Miranda Aries. That's the one I thought it was. Of course, this is where I found that stamp in the first place, but I thought the entrance was an Miranda Aries stamp, and it was not. And thus I am baffled. Hey, dice. I didn't realize these dice just keep coming here. That's nice. It's nice to have dice. Especially if you have thrice dice. Or if you dice thrice, or... I can't English. Stop yapping, Hayato, when you can't English. We'll hold off on that. That's not what I thought I was holding off on. We can go by here real quick because it's nothing. So we had exactly one dig spot. Excellent. Okay, right. First of all, picture time. Second of all, the freak does that even say? That's way too much. Like, obviously it is indeed erogen, but it's like the prefixes and suffixes we've learned are not sufficient to decode that by any stretch of the imagination. I think we've already seen the diary, so it's not a big deal, but this is where Lady Epson is buried, so that's something. She was a very purple person, and therefore erogen, very obviously. Much better. Lit in her honor, because she was a lit kind of person. Random stone walls in front of me will never not be strange. I don't feel like going down there. I think that takes more steps than I need to use, and it's going to not give me anything good, so I'm just going to have to wander around to get literally back out here. In recent memory, we also got the satellite after doing that one puzzle, but we have other puzzles that we have not figured out from the maps. But mainly, we are good. We know about the red room and the red door. What else is there? We know about the telescope in the planetarium. We don't know what all the effects are, but we know that one of them is to have dirt spots in the planetarium. We have this lowered by 2, just for the sink's sake, but we can raise it by 1 if the sink can just be entirely empty or entirely full. But we have not figured out what's going on with the sink, and so I'm saving it where it is, because having the sink with 1 water in it is the hardest thing to do. It's much easier to get 2 or 3 or 0. So we are leaving it with just 1, because that is the hard thing. We're not going to get rid of the hard thing for an easier thing when it may need to be the hard thing, you know. It took us quite a long time. And by us, I mean me, because you probably won't see it, because I have not edited that one yet, but it's not easy. We'll go and pull the lever while we're here. Ow. I don't know if you heard that, I popped my knuckle and it hurt quite a bit. That was normal. Give me windy. Windy for the blimp. Maybe windy would be bad, but we also want air travel. Okay. We want green. That's yellow. I think no, that's not green. That's pink. This is green right here. And tribal, no, probably not. I'll go through all of them, but I'm going to start with the one I think it is, which is industrial. Apparently not. Spiritual. Apparently not. Poetic. Tribal. I was going to laugh if it was tribal. Agricultural, I could see. Military? They're a military area, okay. Well, hence the blimp, I guess. The blimp makes sense for military, but I don't normally associate the two, because a blimp is a blimp, and the military tries not to blow things up, but, you know, it is what it is. Yep, blimp. Nuance has the blimp. So really that was the big hint I needed for nuance, was just a freaking stamp. I do wonder, that's another thing. I wonder if the stamp changes based on what's the game considers kind of next for you in the main plot. So it would have been Arenda Ares when I was first doing all of this. It would have been Finn Ares after I did Arenda Ares, although I did them pretty close to each other, maybe even in the same day. I'll have to see if it changes, like, I guess probably tomorrow, if the stamp is different. By far my favorite realm I visited during this trip, also the Royal East Air Hangar. Anyway, by far my favorite realm I have visited during this trip, but I have always had a penchant for technology, and am less moved by the beauty of nature than others. The soot-filled streets and soaring skyscrapers here are just as stirring to me as the mountains of Korarika or the beaches of Morajai, which we said was going to be ocean-like, or like water travel. Perhaps I'm just letting my childhood love of dirigiblocks compromise my objectivity. From the shops I've visited, it seems the series is just as popular here as it is back home. Speaking of home, as I look across the eastern sea, I can almost see its shores. I never thought that I would miss the sight of red flags, Herbert. Yeah, I was fighting that for half the letter. This is definitely something he saw on his way back home, so this is going to be late in his travels. Yeah. More Jai Box, the nuance variation. Puzzle boxes became just as popular in the air hangars of nuance as they had in the ports of Morajai. Green tiles were introduced with an ability that allowed them to instantly jump across the board, representing the ease with which air travel conveys its cargo. I should have used more Jai boxes since too. When green tiles are pressed, that tile swaps with the opposite tile on the far end of the box. A fact we know well now. That's probably the wrong choice. I don't think I can convert that one. Nope. We need to convert both of these, so we flip this, convert that one, which is good. Yes, this is good. Flip you is easy enough. How do I mean, you're not separated by anything there. That's a gamble. Good, that's what we want. Okay. I have no idea how to flip it, but you know, that's done now, so whatever that is. Flip you back, and now you are square in the middle. I can get you down by that. Moving you up is tricky behavior. I can flip that one. How do I deal with you? Let's see, move you, flip you, and I need to adjust this area. But I can get that there if I do this, flip that. Flip you back, move you up, but flip you here. go there. Oh, I did that in the wrong order. Here's what we do. We put it back the way it was. We flip you back. Move you 1. And flip you here. Move you until you're in place. There we go. I'd like to think I'm getting better with them, but I think they're getting less complicated depending on which one I'm getting. But my allowance is now, what, 80? 70? Not a bad thing. But we don't have a key in here, which I thought we would, so let us return to room 46 today and reread our little note if we can. Also, does that mean everyone that we have open is done? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8. So yeah, we do need just these 2. This one of these, it doesn't really, I don't think it's specific to the door, but we need the vault key. We opened 2 or 3 of those already. Safes. Also thinking about it, we also get the deposit box key, but I've never used that. So I don't know what the deposit box key has. So yeah, we need another vault key theoretically, or we need a deposit box key. Both of which are really the domain of the trading station, but it is what it is at some point. I'm going to call the foundry so that I can keep going on the right hand side without bothering the left. Also, we found out if you were underneath the elevator, you just pop through it. That's fun. Dig. Here, treasure room, nice. I don't hate these options, but they are expensive. Floor's probably the best one, just because I don't have to wait for Rotunda, and it's going to give me dig spots and or gems, so that's going to be a solid choice. Okay, down, we also want options if we can. Observatory takes us the way we can already go. I can get a lot of stuff from it, but I don't really care. Not today, anyway. So I'll use 1 redraw. Aquarium still takes us the way we want, the way we can already go, so conference room is probably the one we want, just so we can go that direction. And the conference room isn't bad to have in case we do get a spread X around the building room, like this one. This one's a good choice too. So now we have all of our ducks in a row. It's all in the conference room, and I have dig spots. And we got a rock. Hello, sir. I don't know how I'm going to get to you, but I know that there is a possibility that I can get to you, because we are taking out boxes from a tunnel that leads straight to him, in one form or another. Oh my gosh, my keys. Don't take all my keys. I guess I'll tunnel. It's the only thing that takes me forward. And we'll go back for the other ones. Do a minor what you call it? Look at all those gems, man. I collect stuff so much. Walk-in closet is a solid choice right here, because again, we want the vault key, we want deposit box key. We did not get either one of them, but the more silver spoon doubled my food, that's great. But the more we go for items, the better chances we have of getting it, so might as well take all the closets, walk-in closets, and whatever else we can get. I can Also, see, I love how non-specific it is. I don't have to aim for anything particular, just like in the general direction of the bottom of those poles. Alright, a rock. I love rocks. Where does this take me? Oh, up. I want to do that last. This takes me to the den. It'd be nice to have something to cross over here. No chance. Nice. I guess bedroom, because everything else is just a waste. And it could have an item in it. I think I have the sleeping mask, actually. So it will be valuable. I guess I'll observatory, because nothing here matters. As usual, I got nothing. Diamond, twins, triplets, quadruplets, quintuplets, octuplets, apple. So, to name the planets, the big purple one is Vea, that's one that spreads the dirt. The earth-looking one is Mora. I wasn't sure if that was an I or an R, but it is in fact an R, Mora. The small one, which looks white in the planetarium but pink here, is Mamora. The big red one, you can guess from other words, it is Finmora. So we have Mora, Mamora, and Finmora. And then the one with a disc, the Saturn-looking one, is Dauja. D-A-U-J-A. Dauja. Or Dodja, however I've pronounced it in the past as well. Let's see, where am I? Where am I going? What is life? Got very philosophical very quickly. To the right would be nice. All four is nice. Rotunda. Did I get any items here? Do I have a sleep mask? Sure do. Cool. I guess I'll draft it, but I didn't get any items. Taking to the left. That's a solid choice right there. What do we think? Garage? Laboratory. Nice. Take it. Give me my experiments. We will see what our conditions are. Hopefully we can do boxes, boxes, boxes. No, we can't, but we've got locksmith skills, which is something. But honestly, a small chest is nice. Because I know I've got 2 trunks in the front office, so I can just guaranteed get some. I don't intend to get an archive room, and I don't have a lot of time to get an archive room now either. So I won't worry about anything with that. I've got a key card in case anything happens. I have lots of ways to go up, but not infinite resources, so I'm happy with that. I'm also happy with Courtyard because it will guaranteed be unlocked, which is why we do this. That's exactly why we do this upgrade. I kind of would like a showroom though. Show me showroom. I'm gonna redraw because I don't care, and none of these help me in any particular way. Mailroom's not bad, it'll give me items tomorrow. Go ahead and just check for items today, I suppose. And we can check and see if we kept the letters we had before. What do you mean beep? We have key? Where is it, Fido? Coin. Okay, we keep every letter we've gotten so far, so every letter we get from here on will be an additional letter, which we like. I don't know how many letters I'm capable of getting, but showroom. Casino's not a showroom. You silly. Also, I am suddenly out of gems. Give me gems and keys. Thank you. Turnip, I take it. Gives me like 15 this way, yeah. I don't have a foyer, and I'm not interested in getting one really, so. But it'll unlock a door. I guess I do want it because it'll unlock a door. I've got 3 keys. I'll use one on the top and this is exactly why you have a metal detector for Great Hall, because it tells you exactly if there is something in here, and if it's not this one that has the lever, it'll be the other corner. But it usually is. I don't know, is that considered a big brain strat that I use metal detector that way? Because it might be big brain. Humble too, you know. Take me both directions, please. Dark room is such a terrible way to grant my request, but guess we're doing it. Well, the only thing that can happen here that kills me is weight room, and I still would have like 45 steps, so... Oh, look at that. We'll pick this one. Nursery's nearly not a bad choice. I get steps. I didn't lose a step. I got dice. That was a pretty... I give that one like an 8 out of 10. We had a pretty good, like, not the best thing we could have gotten, but it's by no means the worst thing we could have gotten, so I'm pleased with that. Oh yeah, it'll be this one probably. Yep. It's gonna be a key, I think, or coins. I don't really care which at this point. Yeah, 2 keys. The reason I don't care is because I have plenty of coins and I've got stuff in the entrance hallway. Okie dokie. Haha, key. Vault. I don't have enough gems. That sucks. Okie dokie. Passageway sounds good to me. I can't afford that one either. I'm not gonna do weight room. You can get that out of here. Pantry's fine because we have Great Hall. We also have the tunnel from the other side. I guess some coins. Sure, why not? I'll just go ahead and use some of these. That's interesting. I have not seen the rotunda from the other side. That's fascinating. I'll just go ahead and use my 111 steps to go back to the beginning. Open up the lock boxes, which will give me more lock boxes, which I will proceed to continue to open up lock boxes. Which way is the fastest way down? I think there's only one way down here. Great. This one. Get me some steppies, because I'm a good boy. But also, I didn't get here by natural means, so I actually have to go outside and come back. Because nothing connected to the den. Oops. Well, down we go. On the other hand, running shoes are more effective outside / downstairs. And it's very few steps from here to the left side. It's the right side that takes all the steps. Right being from here. This side takes all the steps. Going from here to over there, I have the entire warehouse in one step. If I knew how to use them, that'd be nice too. All the way down to here is one step. 2, 3, 4. Oh, that doesn't even count for 4. 4 just goes back into the building. 4. So from foundation to here, through the downstairs, is basically like 6 steps. Max. You are still a blimp. I will see if you are a blimp tomorrow. Smash. Boom. Smash. There's one over there now too. And it's gonna happen one more time too. Boom. Sadly, it only happens 3 times, but it's kind of a fun thing. If I already know I've got lockboxes, then why not just spawn lockboxes when I break lockboxes? Secret garden key. I can use it on the right hand side, can't use it on the left. I can actually use it from tunnel if it's not locked. Or if it is locked, I mean. Assuming tunnel is locked, then I can use that. Did I open all of them? Yeah, I did, okay. Going back, I'm gonna go to the tomb first to collect any monies that I may have earned. That way I don't have to come back out here when I get the showroom. Which I probably won't get, but, you know, if and when I get the showroom. I don't have access to the boat, so I'll have to come back up the stairs to get out, but whatever. Whatever. It goes to the not the commissary, it goes to the I have money waiting for me in the convent, you know. It's not the convent, what's it called? It's conference room. I don't know why it's hard to remember. Why is it hard for me to remember simple names like conference room and that other one that's a green room? Conversion room? No. I don't know. I'm bad. Those two rooms are the ones I'm the worst with, I think. And they both start with con. I'm bad with cons. Better at pros than I am with cons. That's how they work. Core. It's not a con, it's a core. Coriander. Core. Core of the earth, I don't know. Here we go, money. 2, 3. 3 dead-end rooms, but 20 bucks. Okay, so we just want this room to be locked. Do I have any diggy digs over here? I do not. In here. Yes, I do. Pebbles. We love our pebbles here. Be locked. Bummer. I'm gonna spare room because I don't know if tunnels can be locked, you know? Tunnels may be resistant to locking. I have a key. I made you do that. I made you do that. I predicted that behavior, and may have caused it by choosing to not do a tunnel. All food is in the conference room. Which from here is just a hop, skip, and a jump, really. Total the lever. Crunk actually does let me in, too. Just looking around now that I can. Now that I have seen dig spots around there, I'm kind of suspicious of them. Gonna fan myself out a little bit. I really don't want to use this, but I really do. It costs too many gems for my comfort, but it's also very useful. Conservatory, that's the one, but treasure trove I want more. Because money. Because ever expanding money. Pink boxes marked by always contain false statements. You know what? I have seen the entire bottom. I don't need these kind of things. 177. I still wish I could spin this globe. The fact that that globe is not spinnable makes me sad. Use the silver key, because it's not like I can do anything else with it. Dining room gets me more steps. I want a showroom from passageway. Oh yeah, the box. Like, this is a boiler room, isn't it? I don't have a boiler. I don't know that I care about a boiler room, but like, I don't know if I need a boiler room ever again, actually. 40 steps from that one wheel. Holy crap. But okay, that gets us into room 46, but let us try for baby. By that I mean showroom. Let me buy out the showroom because I have all this money. Vault is there and I can afford it, but I'm not going to get a vault key, so no. Showroom, please. Showroom, please. Man, you're ignorant. Not ignorant. Stubborn? That's the one. You refuse to give me what I want, whatever that word is. Showroom. Thank you, baby. I didn't realize it cost 2 gems. I almost couldn't afford it. I have the silver key. It's not on here this time. Okay. How much does this thing cost? 140. I can't afford it. Bummer. I can't afford everything is what I mean. Emerald bracelet. Master key. Chronograph. And I need 50 more coins for the last one. Can I get 50 more coins today? What's the strat? What's the strat? What do I pull to get 50 coins? I don't know. I don't know if I can do it. I don't know if it's even possible. Master key. Master key negates such and such, but it doesn't. Also, this means I filled up the room again. Oh no, I'm doomed. I'm gonna get this just for the heck of it. I forgot about the extra steps, to be honest. I was literally just getting it for the dice and the gem. Even though I don't need dice or gem. Hence, the heck of it. Oops, I did it again. I filled up all the slots in the building and it feels so nice. I can't afford the ornate compass, otherwise I would completely keep that thing. And I would get a trophy. I do get more allowance because I have Great Hall. And I'll go ahead and slap that thing, why not? To continue up, you must go down. Open. Give me my crown. I have 166 steps. I can do whatever I want to in life. The Sinclairs, the Holly, the Epsons with the swan in the water, too. I don't really know the meaning of this right now. Swan has been such an elusive definition. Or at least elusive to define, right? Holly. Sorry, I got caught up in that note. Jones is Epson with Holly, which is, in fact, Marigold. And Jones on the other side, which is an inverted treble sign. But that doesn't mean anything to me. Okay, here's our note we want. The last key is waiting behind the last door of 8. Clearly it wasn't. And if you lock the key behind its door, then how am I supposed to open it, right? So, there is something else to this. Let's think. Is there another, not that button, is there another thing with 8? The last door of 8, which means it's a thing that has doors, which makes it a room, right? Is there a vault has 1 door? Secret doors in the Chamber of Mirrors? I don't think so, but if so, that'd be terrible, because I don't think I can reach the top doors, really. Still working on the freezer run. This is not very helpful. Passageway, are there secrets behind the brick walls? Are there... The Great Hall has 8 doors, but I've never seen I've been in all 8 doors, there's not anything in there. I'm really drawing a blank on this one. Shops. Red rooms. We know the weight room had a broken wall, but that's just a lever. There wasn't anything behind it. Dove coat, that's the one. I don't No, I'm running Mechanarium. Mechanarium has extra doors, doesn't it? Okay, so how do I do a run if to make Mechanarium all open? Mechanarium counts itself, so that's one. None of the outer rooms count. Mecha, 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 mecha. No shops count. No green rooms count. No hallways count. No bedrooms count. So it's only blue rooms. Okay, what do we got? Electric eel aquarium works, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Plus the mechanarium. So I'd have to get pump room security, and pump room requires pool. Pump room security, workshop, laboratory, boiler room, utility closet. Oops. And the aquarium. Do we have others that count? They were kind of all together nice and neat, so I'm guessing not. Yeah, okay. So mechanarium on top of all of these and the aquarium. Well, fascinating. That's going to be a heck of a run. So maybe that's a mechanarium one and a vault. I don't know the significance of the moon. Why are you a moon? Why are these people attached to the moon? Fly me to the moon. And why is it the left-facing moon and not the right-facing moon? These are questions I don't know because I have erogenous words for both of those moons now. Okie dokie, we don't have a strong order besides 1, 2, and 8. So I'm gonna hold off for now. Anything I care to do? Well, I care to go back to conference room and see what I've got there. I think it's just food, but it might be stuff too. But especially if I can manage to get 50 coins, then I can go back up and get my prize and get a crown for it or trophy or whatever. I didn't get a casino. A casino would be a way to get money, I guess. But I reject the casino because it hates me. So no dice on this, but I have a code check. What do I want to code check? Maybe the master key would be a great code check because it can open any normal door. How do I code check? I have to go back through the world and fly to the moon. Okay. I get it. Don't mind me my 228 steps, guys. Do y'all remember when steps were difficult? It's been a while since then. Okie dokie. Take a this, take a that, take a right. I'll just buy out I can't buy out the kitchen. Let's see, I gotta buy out the kitchen and get even more steps, but I can't, so. As much as a lot of things are really useful, I'm not having an issue with items. Keycard's still very valuable. Some days I need it badly and some days I don't. Both Silver Spoon and Master Key are very expensive. But I'm gonna save Master Key, because they're both 80 coins, right? But Master Key will get me into, I don't have to worry about keys, and keys are still the one thing, it's like, man, I'm just gonna get killed with this. Tomato soup and banana. I have over 250 steps now. I am the most powerful person in the land. I'm I'm going to end our run with 250 steps. I'm going to do it staring at the horizon at Mount Holly. Why are you broken? And the other ones are broken. Why are you broken? No one cares. It's not even a thing. I'm trying to get it kind of straight in the middle for me. That's good, I guess. I like it. And this is the scene we're going to look at when we end our day. It's been basically an hour, so I guess I'll end the run, but man. Also, Emerald Bracelet's huge, but it's cheap compared to other things. We no longer have to pay full paint cost. It's such a great skill, though. But it's only like 50, I think, 50 coins. I did get a trophy room, and that's going to become more and more helpful when I got some allowance. That was helpful. So we will see the thing. Pretty much as usual. So thoughts. Tomb. Probably a good choice, probably an underexplored utility. What else? We also want answers on the Jiraiya, things I'm looking at on my list that we don't know. But I think showroom's the next one I can easily do because, again, treasure trove, anytime I get that, I have lots of money. If I get Vault, that's 40 right there. Tomb, again, is a really good asset, but I didn't do a lot of dead-end rooms, so it's less of an asset when you don't use it. But I think the money game is probably going to be strong. Money and items. Item game will get me Vault Keys and Deposit Key. We can see what that does. And then just kind of get lab or get some console I'm looking at. Trying to remove boxes from that one passageway, and I think that's going to be the game from here on. And just seeing what we clear first and what we don't. So, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see y'all next time. Bye!